5 intense warning signs your third eye is already open. What if your anxiety isn't a problem to fix, but a sacred signal your soul has been trying to send? Hi friend, welcome to Sound Codes. Thank you for being here. Today, we're uncovering 5 intense signs your third eye might already be open. You'll not only learn what they mean, but discover how to respond when your inner vision begins to awaken. Maybe you've felt it already, flickers of light, pressure in your forehead, emotions that don't seem to be yours. What if those aren't random? What if they're messages? Some call it spiritual nonsense. Others believe it's how God whispers through the noise. So I'll ask you, are you waking up spiritually, or just overwhelmed? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the truth and have a powerful practice to anchor your journey. And if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to Sound Codes. Your support helps us reach our first 1,000 subscribers and share this light with more people. Meet Rebecca. 36, therapist. Single mom in Austin. For months, she felt burning pressure in her forehead. Doctors said migraines. But deep down, she knew something else was trying to break through. Her story might just be yours. Let's begin with the first sign, and why ignoring it could mean missing the most important message of your life. Section 1. Intense pressure in the forehead. Have you ever felt a strange pressure right between your eyebrows, like someone's gently pressing a finger there, even when you're alone? That's exactly what started happening to Rebecca. At first, she brushed it off. A busy single mom, therapist, emotionally exhausted, of course it must be stress, right? But the sensation wouldn't go away. It pulsed softly, sometimes warming, sometimes tightening. And only when she got quiet, it grew stronger. That spot isn't random. Spiritually, it's known as the Ajna Chakra, the third eye. The gateway to your intuition. And scientifically, it sits right over your pineal gland, a small part of the brain linked to sleep, mood, and yes, inner vision. Some call it the seat of the soul. In scripture, Saul was struck blind by a brilliant light. For 3 days, he couldn't see with his eyes, but afterward, he saw life completely differently. That's what awakening does. It shakes you before it shows you. So if you felt that same pressure, maybe it's not tension. Maybe it's a signal that something inside you is trying to open. Here's something powerful to try. Every morning, place your palm gently over your forehead. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4, hold, and breathe out slowly. Just 1 minute a day. You might notice things shift. Let me ask you, have you felt that strange pressure before and ignored it? Comment below, I feel it. And if this resonates, tap like and subscribe so we can grow this awakening community together on Sound Codes. Remember, pain isn't always a problem. Sometimes, it's the door to your deeper purpose. And speaking of vision, our next sign might explain why the world's been looking just a little too bright lately. Section 2. Overstimulation to light and visual distortions. Have lights started to feel too much lately? Like the sun's too harsh, screens too blinding, or even streetlights somehow louder than they used to be? That's what Rebecca began noticing next. Bright rooms made her squint. Her phone screen felt like it was buzzing into her brain. And sometimes, she caught flickers of light in the corner of her vision, just for a split second. She thought maybe her eyes were tired. But her eye doctor said they were perfectly fine. This isn't about eyesight. It's about insight. When your third eye begins to open, it doesn't just shift how you feel, it alters how you see. The world starts revealing itself not just in color and shape, but in energy. In the book of Exodus, Moses returned from Mount Sinai with his face shining so brightly, people were afraid to look at him. That light wasn't just visual, it was divine presence made visible. Maybe your sensitivity isn't weakness, it's awareness. Try this. Once a day, turn off all artificial light. No screens. No overheads. Just 30 minutes of soft, natural light, or even darkness. Let your body reset its rhythm. You might start seeing more by doing less. Have you been seeing flickers? Feeling overwhelmed by brightness? Comment I see it below and let's talk about it. Section 3. Emotional overload. Have you ever felt like your emotions were too much, even for you? Like they came in waves you couldn't control, and worse, didn't understand? Rebecca found herself crying at random. Not because anything had happened. Not because she was sad. The tears just came. In the grocery store. Driving home. Even sitting in silence. She started noticing she could feel people's energy before they said a word. A coworker smiling on the outside, but something dark behind their eyes. And that heaviness? She carried it like it was her own. This wasn't emotional instability. It was energetic sensitivity. When your third eye opens, you don't just see differently. You feel differently. Your emotional system begins picking up on frequencies you were once blind to. Your nervous system, especially the limbic region, the emotional brain, lights up. Your empathy deepens. And sometimes, that can be overwhelming. Even Jesus, when approaching the tomb of Lazarus, wept. Not because someone told him to. Not because he was weak. But because his spirit felt the depth of grief in the people around him. He didn't just see sadness. He felt it. So maybe your emotions aren't a flaw. Maybe they're your spirit's way of tuning in. If you're carrying the weight of emotions that aren't even yours, try this. Take your shoes off. Go outside. Let your bare feet touch the earth for 5 minutes each morning. It's called grounding. And it's more powerful than it sounds. The earth has a way of holding what we're not meant to carry alone. Now let's stir the pot a bit. Do you believe being too emotional might actually be a spiritual gift? Drop a comment below and say, "My heart feels everything." And if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to Sound Codes. Because this space, it's for sensitive souls like you. Sometimes, what looks like emotional breakdown is actually a spiritual breakthrough. And speaking of electricity, what Rebecca felt next had nothing to do with feelings. It was in her skin, her scalp, her entire nervous system, buzzing like a silent signal from beyond. Section 4. Electrical pulsations and body buzzing. Have you ever felt a strange buzzing in your body, like tiny electric currents running just beneath your skin? Rebecca started noticing it during meditation. A low hum in her forehead. A tingling at the top of her head. Then, one night, it pulsed so strongly it jolted her upright, like something inside her was trying to rise. It wasn't pain. It wasn't fear. It was power. Quiet, electric power. This wasn't a medical condition. It was energy in motion. In ancient texts, this is known as Kundalini energy, a spiritual force that rises up the spine when the soul is waking up. Scientifically, it could be the nervous system firing in new ways as your perception expands. Think of it like your spiritual Wi-Fi signal, suddenly going full strength. Even in scripture, the prophet Ezekiel described seeing a whirlwind of fire, lightning flashing, and the Spirit entering him. That wasn't imagination, it was energetic encounter. If you're feeling this buzzing too, here's a practice to try. Sit quietly. Place your hand on the top of your head. Close your eyes. Don't force it, just feel. Let the sensation speak to you. You're not broken. You're being activated. Now let me ask, are you malfunctioning or awakening? If this hits home, drop a comment, I feel the current. And make sure to like and subscribe to Sound Codes. You're not the only one going through this. Sometimes, what feels electric is actually sacred. And next, what if your dreams weren't dreams at all? What if they were messages you've been missing? Section 5. Vivid Dreams and Inner Visions. Have you ever woken up from a dream so vivid, it felt more real than your actual life? That's what started happening to Rebecca. Dreams of people she'd never met. Places she'd never been. Symbols she couldn't explain. One night, she dreamed of a woman in a blue dress standing by a lake. 3 days later, she met that exact woman at a retreat. Coincidence? Maybe. But maybe not. Your third eye doesn't sleep. And when your logical brain finally turns off, your spiritual vision kicks in. Dreams aren't just random. Sometimes, they're downloads, spiritual messages hidden in symbols. In the Bible, Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, visions that not only saved a nation, but revealed divine timing. What if your dreams are doing the same for you, but you've been brushing them off? Try this. The moment you wake up, before your feet hit the floor, write down everything you remember. Don't analyze, just record. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. Repeated symbols. Emotions. Maybe even warnings or guidance. Now here's a question for you. Can dreams be more real than reality? If that idea makes you pause, comment I dreamed it first down below. And if you're still watching, hit that like and subscribe button for more soul-stirring insights right here on Sound Codes. Sometimes, what you think is just a dream is actually your spirit remembering something your mind forgot. Now let's wrap this journey up with a truth you've probably been feeling all along. If you see yourself in Rebecca, this is your moment. And maybe, just maybe, if you saw even a glimpse of yourself in Rebecca's journey, then this wasn't an accident. It was a calling. We've explored pressure in the forehead, flashes of light, emotional waves that don't belong to you, the hum of energy moving through your body, and dreams that feel more like memories than imagination. Each one of these signs points to one thing: your third eye might already be open, and now, it's waiting for you to notice. Here's the real gift, friend. If you've stayed with me till now, it means you're not afraid to look deeper. And that alone sets you apart. Awareness is a sacred beginning. And your reward? The clarity to see beyond confusion and the courage to trust what you find. Thank you for watching all the way through. If this message stirred something inside you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Sound Codes. That's how we grow this beautiful space and help others remember who they truly are. I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments, or just drop this, I'm starting to see. Sometimes, a few words can start the biggest shifts. And the next time something inside you feels strange, pause. Listen. Maybe it's not discomfort. Maybe it's destiny. You're not crazy. You're not alone. You're awakening.